What is the clearance requirement from power for power and communication line to a tree?
All right. This is a common question. And this is one of those questions. There's a few of these in the code where I say the answer is some pretty mushy wording, kind of vague. They don't give us any specifics, don't give us any specific values. We've highlighted in blue there in the text. It says we have to do tree trimming, vegetation management, as experience has shown necessary. So it doesn't give us a time frame, doesn't tell us how often to do it, doesn't tell us how far away to keep it. We have to use Rule 012C, accepted good practice. It says that if we have trees, vegetation that could damage supply conductors, it has to be pruned or removed. So it lists ungrounded supply. So that's not the neutral, it's not communication cables. If pruning or removal is not practical, it does give us an allowance there to separate it or protect the cable from rubbing on the tree. Usually, if you see that, it's going to be communications or maybe a secondary service drop. They've protected that cable rather than trimming it. There are some states and areas that maybe have their own rules. We do a lot of work with Oregon. Their Public Utility Commission is really active, and the state is really active in putting rules out. So they have some numbers for different voltage levels as far as how far you can be away from a tree with your power lines. So that's a good place maybe to look for accepted good practice. Even if it doesn't apply to you, it gives you some ideas of what other people are doing. And then it does also list a few things to kind of keep in mind. If you're a big utility, you've probably got at least one arborist on the staff that works with your tree trimming folks. They keep in mind a lot of these kind of things, the type of trees, how fast the trees that you have grow, relative locations of the trees. One of the big things is always the right of way, and that varies from state to state as well. What you can do if you've got danger trees outside the right of way, but if you've got public right of way or you've got an easement that you're working on, you'll usually have some space on either side that you can trim through with that. So there's some factors to consider, but this is one of those places where the code gives us mushy wording, and we like to call it maybe vague or kind of that experience has shown necessary wording. The one note we have down there at the bottom, just a caution, this doesn't apply to your bulk electric system. If you're working on transmission lines and they fall under the NERC requirements and definition of a bulk electric system, you're going to have some additional requirements coming from that direction for tree trimming.